Hi guys, welcome to Get a Brother Life TV. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are watching me from. You are highly welcome to Get a Brother Life TV. This is where I talk about African culture, traditions, and religion. I am a Yoruba man and I represent the rest of my fellow Africans who are lovers and, of course, who are followers of our African traditional religions. So if you are new to this channel, kindly click on the red subscribe button down below to subscribe free of charge so that you don't miss anything on this channel. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are watching me from. Time present now in Nigeria is 10:02 p.m. 10:02 p.m. So wherever you are watching me from, I greet you all. You are highly welcome to Get Rebel Live TV. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching me from. So this is another Get Rebel Live TV live stream. As you can see the topic underneath this video. So the Orisha that we will be talking about tonight is Orisa Sonponno. Orisa Sonponno is what we are going to be talking about tonight, and is also called Obaluaye. So you're highly welcome to Get a Brother Live TV, wherever you are watching me from. I greet you all, and I say, welcome to Get a Brother Live TV. So I'm waiting for you guys to join this live stream so that we can start together. So I know, of course, that some of you will come back to watch, but I'll still have to wait a while for you guys to join me so that we can start together. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are watching me from. So as you can see underneath this video, Orisa Sonponno. Orisa Sonponno is what we are going to be looking at this evening. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching me from. So, Orisa Sonponno is also called Obaluaiye. Obaluaiye. So it's what we are going to be looking at tonight. But before we start, I want you guys to know that we are Africans, we are black, and they say black is beautiful. So we should be proud of ourselves, we should be proud of who we are, we should be proud of our culture, we should be proud of our traditions, we should be proud of our religions as Africans. I am a Yoruba man, and I'm proud of my religion as a Yoruba man. We call our Yoruba religion, Yoruba religion, and of course we call it Ifa religion. Also, we call it Isheshe. So whichever way you call it, it is they are all saying the same thing. So I greet you all. Let us be proud, no matter how they talk bad about our culture, traditions, and religions. We should be proud of ourselves. We shouldn't listen to the people who are speaking bad about our orishas. You know, an adage says in Yoruba, say, ọmọ ẹni kì í burúburú ká lépa fún ẹkùn jẹ. Right? The meaning of that is that no matter how bad or how stubborn your child could be, you cannot throw such a child, as a meal for a lion, or tiger. So this is our heritage, this is our values as Africans, and of course, we can make our religion better than how it was in the past. Okay, even in the African religions, um, they, if you read their holy books, you will see that there used to be a time when things were not properly done, even in their own religion. But of course, with time, they began to structure the whole thing. And what we have today is what I can call a refined Abrahamic religions. It's what I can call a refined Abrahamic religion. Okay, so the same thing we Africans, we should blend with what is invoked. We should blend with our the current trend of how uh, religions have been practiced all over the world. Okay, so we should be proud of ourselves. So what we are doing here is to um, is to go back to our history, to know more about our ancestors, to know more about our orishas. So it is when we know about them, we can, of course, you know, make some amendment or try to, repackage our religion. We can repackage our traditions. Of course, there were traditions that are no more practiced anymore, of course, because of civilization, which of course is normal. We call it, we say, um, evolution. We say evolution because we are still evolving. So, like in the past, there was not like technology, that we have today. So, with the use of technology, of course, we can introduce technology into our own traditions, religion, and culture. You know, so that is very important because going by the attribute of some of our orishas, of course, some of you guys may think that our orishas are evil or are bad. They are not bad, and I do say that the way Olodumare made us, he created us because of for as we are peculiar. Because of our peculiarity, he knew why he created us. He knew why he made us the way we are. Yesterday, I told you guys that we Africans, we are fearless. We are bold. We are energetic. Okay, so that is how we are. We are very strong, and we are giants. Okay, so that is it. So let me pray. Let me pray. Even though we can't wait for the rest to come, I know they will come back to watch. They will come back to watch this video. So I pray in the name of Olodumare that as I'm starting now, may Olodumare start with us. May Olodumare start with us and protect us and all our heart desires. I pray in the name of Olodumare. I pray that He will grant all our heart desires. Okay, and I pray that all the offerings that we are giving to our orishas, I pray that I pray that they accept our offerings so that our prayers can be answered through them. Okay, so let's get started without wasting too much time. I know you guys will come back to watch this video, so we can't wait for you for so long. So the topic is Shapona, Orisha Sonponno. So who is Orisha Sonponno? So this is what we are going to be looking at tonight, and is also called Obaluaiye. So let's get started. This book says that Orisha Sonponno jẹ́ òrìṣà tí ó le púpọ̀, ó sì ń fa ìbẹ̀rù lọ́kàn àwọn ènìyàn gidigidi. So many of our orishas are very the way we know them, most of them are scary, and most of them are just the way they are. So that is what you guys should understand. So the same way, Shapona jẹ́ òrìṣà tí ó le púpọ̀, ó sì ń fa ìbẹ̀rù lọ́kàn àwọn ènìyàn gidigidi. So that is saying that Shapona is a very scary Orisha, and he used to get his followers scared. He used to get his followers scared. And that's what it means to say ó sì ń fa ìbẹ̀rù lọ́kàn àwọn ènìyàn gidigidi. Ẹ̀rù rẹ̀ máa ń ba àwọn tí ń sìn ín gan-an nítorí pé ìgbàkígbà ni wọ́n ní èrò pé ó lè ṣe jàǹbá. So Orisa Sonponno is his followers used to be very scared of him because they have the belief that he can strike anytime. He can strike anytime, just like Eshu, that Eshu is a trickster. So he can change his mind at any time. So the same way, Orisha Sonponno, and as you know, Shapona is an Orisha of sickness. You can, let me just put it to you like that: sickness. I think a smallpox, chicken pox, like so there's one sickness that is called a Shapona. So that Orisha is the one who strike with that disease. He strike with that disease. So we call him. Of course, there's something I want you guys to understand. Olodumare he created both the good and the bad things that we have. So for the Yoruba religions who are saying that gbogbo ohun tí Olúwa dá dáradára ni, of course, maybe they are saying that to just make themselves happy, but Olodumare created both negative and positive. So he created death and he created life. So he created fire and he created water. So of course, water can be used to quench fire. So that is Olodumare for us. Both the good and the bad things, are all created by Olodumare. So the concept of saying that Olodumare only created only good things, is not correct. It's not correct because logically, if you look at it, Olodumare created everything, for a child to be born and for such a child to die immediately, is the work of Olodumare. It's the work of God because he can do whatever he wants at any time. So Olodumare created our orishas according to the way they are, and he created them and he gave them their schedule of duties. Okay, he gave them their schedule of duties, and he knew why he did that. So we have a Shapona, we have Eshu, we have Shongo, we have Ogun. These are very fearless orishas that we have. And of course, we have other orishas like Orunmila. Orunmila is a father. Talking of Oshun is a mother that we know that they are very calm. And, like as this book says now, which of course you guys know, that Orisha Sonponno is an Orisha of a disease. There is a disease called Shapona, and we also call him Obaluaye. So he knew why he created all of these Orishas, and we can't say because of their attribute. We can't say because of their special attribute. We can't say that they are not from Olodumare. They are from Olodumare, right? So, and I used to say that Olodumare made all of these things for check and balance. He created positive and he created a negative. He created life and he created death. So the same way, he created some friendly orishas and he created some orishas that are not friendly. Which is a very straightforward concept. So he knew why he did that, for check and balance to happen. So when we say that Orisha Obaluaiye is an Orisha that his followers used to respect, or used to, they are always scared of him because they know that he can strike at any time. He can strike at any time. So ẹnikẹ́ni ló sì lè ṣe jàǹbá fún. So he does not have any permanent friend or permanent enemy. He can strike anybody, according to this book. So Obaluaiye can strike anybody. Iṣẹ́ tí àwọn àwòrò rẹ̀ ti kọ́ ní ọwọ́ rẹ̀ ló fa sábàbí pé kí ìjọba kọ ẹ̀sìn Sonponno. This book is saying something which, of course, I've not confirmed. He said because of the way Obaluaiye strike. So this book is saying that the government has stopped the worship of of Obaluaye. That's what this book is saying, and this book is written a long time ago, so I don't know if it is still up to. Excuse me. So I don't know if this is still happening. If it's still happening, that the Orisha is no longer being worshipped. This book says that iṣẹ́ tí àwọn àwòrò rẹ̀, that is, the àwòrò means the followers. Iṣẹ́ tí àwọn àwòrò rẹ̀ ti kọ́ ní ọwọ́ rẹ̀ ló fa sábàbí pé kí ìjọba kọ ẹ̀sìn Shapona. So that book is saying that, and it's not yet confirmed. I've not confirmed it. So it's what I'm going to note down if it's true or not. So when I meet any of them, I'm going to ask them that question. Ó jẹ́ òrìṣà tí ìjọba kọ́kọ́ fagilé sísìn rẹ̀ ní orílẹ̀-èdè yìí. This book is saying that government had once, this book is saying government had once cancelled its a celebration, so, but we have not confirmed that. So that is saying according to this book that I'm reading. So this book is Àṣà àti Òrìṣà ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. That is the name of this book. So ìtàn àgbọ́sọ kan sọ wípé ìtàn àgbọ́sọ kan sọ fún ni pé ara Yemọja ní Ṣọ̀pọ̀nná ti jáde nígbà tí ó ṣubú lulẹ̀ nítorí èdè àìyedè tí ń bẹ láàrin òun àti ọmọ rẹ̀. So it's part of the stories that we have concerning Ṣọ̀pọ̀nná is that Ṣọ̀pọ̀nná came to life through Yemọja. So, and this book did not explain how that happened, but it just mentioned that ìtàn àgbọ́sọ kan sọ pé ara Ṣọ̀pọ̀nná, ara Yemọja ní Ṣọ̀pọ̀nná ti jáde nígbà tí ó ṣubú lulẹ̀ nítorí èdè àìyedè tí ń bẹ láàrin òun àti ọmọ rẹ̀. So ṣùgbọ́n èyí tí ó tún gùn díẹ̀ sọ nípa Ṣọ̀pọ̀nná pé ènìyàn ní í ṣe. This book now says that there is a clear story which says that Ṣọ̀pọ̀nná, there is another story that explains the existence of Ṣọ̀pọ̀nná, and that is a story that I will be sharing with you right now for you guys to know how Ṣọ̀pọ̀nná started existing. So, and according to this book says that Ṣọ̀pọ̀nná was a human, and he was living in the midst of the people as at that time when he was alive. So ṣùgbọ́n èyí tí ó tún gùn díẹ̀ sọ nípa Ṣọ̀pọ̀nná pé ènìyàn ní í ṣe. So he was human, and he was living with the people as at that time. So ó dàgbà gidigidi. So this book says that Ṣọ̀pọ̀nná grew old, grew very old. Ó sì darúgbó, grew very, very old. Arúgbó is a very elderly person. Tó bẹ́ẹ̀ tí kò lè fi ẹsẹ̀ méjèèjì rìn pẹ̀lú agbára mọ́. So he grew very old and he could not walk with his two legs. As you know that our elders, àwọn arúgbó wa, so when they get to a stage, they won't be able to walk with their two legs very well. So Ṣọ̀pọ̀nná grew very old that he could not use his two legs to walk perfectly. So fún ìdí èyí, igi ni Ṣọ̀pọ̀nná fi ń ṣe ẹ̀kẹta ẹsẹ̀ rẹ̀. For that reason, Ṣọ̀pọ̀nná now started supporting his work with a stick. He was now supporting himself with a stick to walk around. Okay, a tún gbọ́ pé igi la gbẹ́ sí ọ̀kan nínú àwọn ẹsẹ̀ rẹ̀ méjèèjì náà nítorí ó ti fi ọ̀kan rẹ̀ ṣe àṣemáṣe, ó sì dá nígbà èwe rẹ̀. And another a story as well says that when he was young, he broke his leg. So, and he was, right from his childhood, he was walking. He started walking with a stick right from his childhood. So a story says that he grew old and he could not walk very well because of his old age. Another version of the story says that when he was younger, when he was very young, he broke his leg, and he was now walking with a stick. He was walking with a stick. Okay, so ní ọjọ́ kan, the story continues. Ní ọjọ́ kan, one day, Ọbàtálá ṣe àsè ńlá kan, as you know that all our orishas were living together, during their time. So they were all living together, Ọbàtálá, Òrìṣà, all of them, they were living on this earth before. They were living with our ancestors, and that's why we call our orishas our ancestors as well, because they were living on this earth before. Okay, so ní ọjọ́ kan, one day, Ọbàtálá ṣe àsè ńlá kan. So Ọbàtálá threw a celebration, he threw a party. That is what this book is saying. One day, Ọbàtálá threw a party. Ó sì pe gbogbo òrìṣà síbi àsè náà. So he invited all his fellow orishas. He invited all his fellow orishas to the party. Gbogbo wọn jẹ, they all ate. Wọ́n sì mu, they all ate and drank. Bí wọ́n ti jẹ tán ni gbogbo wọn fi ẹsẹ̀ ra ijó. So, well, as normal, as you know that how party used to be. So they've eaten and they started dancing. Ṣùgbọ́n ó kù Shapona nìkan, but because of Shapona could not dance because of his leg. Only Shapona could not dance. Shapona wo ilẹ̀ títí kò fi ojú jọ ẹnikẹ́ni nínú wọn, because only him could not dance, so he was now feeling lonely. Others were dancing, rejoicing, but because of his leg, he could not dance, and he was now feeling lonely. He was feeling lonely. Láti mú ìtìjú kúrò, he was feeling ashamed of himself because he could not dance with them. Òun náà bá mú igi tirẹ̀ rọ̀, ó fò láí, ó di ojú ijó. So, he was feeling ashamed. He was feeling ashamed of himself because he could not join them to dance. So he now threw his stick that he was using to walk, that he used to walk. He now threw it somewhere. He dropped it somewhere, and he, just to summon the courage to dance. So he now just stood up to dance with his bad leg. Okay, so láti mú ìtìjú kúrò, òun náà bá mú igi ìtìlẹ̀ rẹ̀, ó fò láí, ó ṣubú lulẹ̀ bí ìtì ọ̀gẹ̀dẹ̀. So as he was about to dance, because of his, as I said earlier, that his leg, he had broken his leg, when he was a child, and some say that because of his old age, So as he was about to dance with his bad leg, he now fell down. So kíni Shapona la rí nílẹ̀ tí ó ti fojú fara bó bí ẹni ìjẹ̀kẹ́. So he fell down, and he wounded. He fell down and wounded. That is what fojubo. So he has scars on his face because of the way he fell down. So ẹ̀rín gbin inú àwọn òrìṣà yòókù. So they all started laughing. The rest of his fellow orishas, started laughing at him. Normally you see that, okay, you cannot dance, you are trying to dance, and now you have fell down. So they began to laugh at him. So baba ńlá ẹ̀rín jọba, ó di ha, he. So they began to laugh at him, to make jest of him. So they began to laugh and make jest. So àrín lami lójú. So they began to cry. I mean, to laugh, laugh, and started, even we know there's when you laugh to a stage, you can begin to be having tears coming down from your face. So they began to laugh at him, making jest of him. Àní tàkìtì sẹ́yìn ni àwọn òrìṣà wọ̀nyí fi Shapona rín. So they began to laugh and make jest of him. So àìráyè gbọ́ járíjárí, àìráyé gbọ́ járíjárí, èrò ọ̀run sì mọ̀. Okay, sorry, ará ayé gbọ́, èrò ọ̀run sì mọ̀, because of the way they were laughing at him. It was the jest was too much. The mockery was too much. That is exactly what that is saying. So Shapona doríkodò, tìrònú. So because they were mocking him, so Shapona felt very bad, and he was now thinking. So òun náà dìde, ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí fi igi ọwọ́ rẹ̀ ba àwọn òrìṣà wọ̀nyí lára. So the stick he was holding, because of the way he was feeling, he felt very bad because his fellow orishas were laughing at him. So he now began to use his stick to touch his fellow orishas. Then what happened? So ọ̀rọ̀ di bí ò lọ ẹ ò lọ, ó yàgò, bí ò lọ ó yàgò. So when he was now hitting them with the stick he was holding, they started running. They didn't want the stick to touch them, so they began to run away from him. So ọ̀rọ̀ di bí ò lọ ẹ ò lọ ó yàgò. So they began to run away when he was using the stick to hit them. So gbogbo àwọn tí igi ṣọ̀pọ̀nná náà bà ní àìsàn ilẹ̀ gbóná bò lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀. So as he was using that stick to hit them, so they began to contract the disease that is called chicken pox. Ilẹ̀ gbóná lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀. We know it to be chicken pox. So as he was touching the stick with them, as he was touching this, he was pointing the stick at them, hitting them with the stick. So those that the stick touched, contracted that disease. They contracted that disease because they were laughing at him. So, and he began to strike them. They began to strike them with his stick. So, ọkọ̀ kan bẹ lọ́wọ́ rẹ̀ tí fi ń ṣe jàǹbá pẹ̀lú, and he had something, he had a tool that he was using as well to strike. Apart from the stick, he had something as well to strike because they were laughing at him. So he felt very bad. So he began to strike them with his stick and something that he was holding as well. So ẹni tí ó pe àpèjẹ náà rí iṣẹ́ búburú ọwọ́ Ṣọ̀pọ̀nná. Okay, now let me tell that again. Ẹni tí ó pe àpèjẹ náà rí iṣẹ́ búburú ọwọ́ Ṣọ̀pọ̀nná, inú bí ó sì gba igi àti ọ̀kọ̀ lọ́wọ́ rẹ̀. So the person, it is Ọbàtálá, that called for the party, got very angry, and he collected the stick from Ṣọ̀pọ̀nná and the Iko, that is the stick that, he has a stick and something, the tool that he was using to strike. So Ọbàtálá, who called for the party, got very angry, and he collected the stick from him. So Ọbàtálá àti àwọn ènìyàn díẹ̀ sì bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí lé Ṣọ̀pọ̀nná títí ó fi ìlú sílẹ̀ tí ó sì wọ inú igbó lọ. So they got very angry. Ọbàtálá and some other orishas got very angry, and they chased Ṣọ̀pọ̀nná. They chased him. As they chased him, they chased him out of the town, into the bush. They chased him away. So he now entered the bush. So láti ọjọ́ yìí ni Ṣọ̀pọ̀nná kò ti lè fojú kan ìgboro mọ́. As you know that Ṣọ̀pọ̀nná's shrine is always in the bush. So láti ọjọ́ yìí ni Ṣọ̀pọ̀nná kò ti lè fi ojú kan ìgboro mọ́. So since then, Ṣọ̀pọ̀nná could not come to the town anymore because of what he did, and the Ọbàtálá and the rest of other orishas chased him out of the town. So ó dákẹ́ sínú igbó ní tirẹ̀ ni. So he now, he started living in the bush. Ṣọ̀pọ̀nná started living in the bush. So báyìí ni ìtàn sọ nípa rẹ̀, èyí tí ó tọ́ka sí ìdí tí ojúbọ Ṣọ̀pọ̀nná fi wà nínú igbó. So this is the reason why Ṣọ̀pọ̀nná's shrine is always in the bush. So this is how it all started. his fellow Orishas chased him out of the town because of what he did, because of the way he strike other people with disease, chicken pox disease that we call it chicken pox today. But of course, they say it's Ibono. Ibono is that's the kind of that's what we call it in Yoruba land. So because of the way he was, because of the way because of the way he attacked people with, because of the way he strike them, with stick, and those that the stick touched, you know, contracted the disease, contracted the disease. So this book says that bíbọ rẹ̀ bíbọ rẹ̀ kò sì ní àkókò kan pàtàkì bí kò ṣe ìgbàkígbà tí àìsàn ṣọ̀pọ̀nná ti dà sílẹ̀ ní tí ó ti dà sílẹ̀ ní bá ṣe ẹnìkan láàrin ìlú. So Shapona is not an Orisha that people appease, anytime. Or sorry, excuse me. So Shapona is not an Orisha that one can appease, except when the disease that he had spread is now maybe spreading. So, and what I want you guys to get from this is that we're talking about diseases, we're talking about virus, and thereabouts. Of course, there's an Orisha who, of course, we can appease to let that disease go away, because, like I said, Olodumare knew why he created all of these Orishas for what they are meant for in Yoruba land. So whenever we see that a particular disease is spreading, or virus, so we quickly run to Shapona to appease him, because we believe that Shapona we believe that Shapona is at work. When we see diseases, virus, spreading, so our ancestors used to appease Shapona so that such disease or virus will go back, will stop spreading. So just as we have series of virus that is affecting us now, so if we can appease Shapona, it will stop spreading. So that is our belief in the Yoruba land. Okay, so this book says that his followers do not just appease him, or do not just offer sacrifice to him, except when there is a spread of a particular disease or virus. So bíbọ rẹ̀ kò sí ní àkókò kan pàtàkì bí kò ṣe ìgbàkígbà tí àìsàn tí Ṣọ̀pọ̀nná ti dà sílẹ̀ ní bá ṣe ẹnìkan láàrin ìlú. So that is when we remember to appease him. So when we see that diseases or virus are spreading, so we now we now appease him, or we offer sacrifice to him. So àkókò yìí gan ni àwọn ènìyàn tí irú àìsàn bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ṣe rí àti àwọn awo díẹ̀ yóò mú eérú ara aláìsàn náà, aṣọ tí ó lò lákòókò àìsàn, inú ìkòkò dúdú ni wọn yóò kó nǹkan wọ̀nyí sí. Pẹ̀lú ìkòkò dúdú náà, wọn ó tún wá eku méjì, ẹja méjì, ìgbín méjì, obì funfun àti pupa àti adìẹ. Wọn ó kó gbogbo wọn lọ sí igbó dúdú mìrìmìrì kan, níbi tí wọn ó ti ṣe ètùtù náà. So this book is telling us that whenever Shapona wants to be appeased, people that have been affected with disease or virus, because we believe that Shapona is in charge of diseases and virus. So whoever had been affected with any of the virus that we have today, so whenever Orisha Shapona is being appeased, maybe to stop the spread of a particular disease, so those who are no more fine, who are no more do not have the disease anymore, they will still come back, but they have had it before, so they will come out to celebrate Shapona because they don't want the diseases to come back again. So all of them will come back. Then the clothes they wore when they were, when they contracted the disease, they will have to pack everything inside a, 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 a pot. They will pack everything inside a pot, then put, they will add, what they will add, that is, these are what Shapona takes. So he used to take a kumeji. It takes a kumeji, that is two rats, ẹja méjì, two fishes, ìgbín méjì, that is snail, two snail, obì funfun, white kola nut, àti pupa, and red kola nut, àti adìyẹ, then hen. Ìwọ ó kó gbogbo wọn lọ sí igbó dúdú. So they will take all of this, all of them, they will take all of them to the bush, the very thick forest. Igbó dúdú mìrìmìrì kan níbi tí wọ́n ti ṣe ètùtù náà. So that is where they will now appease the Orisa Sonponno. So let me take that again for those who are Yorubas to understand what that statement is saying. So àkókò yìí, let me take it from Bibo. So this is how to appease, for you to know how Orisa Sonponno is being appeased. So that's exactly what I want to read now. Bíbọ rẹ̀ kò sí ní àkókò kan pàtàkì, bí kò ṣe ìgbàkígbà tí àìsàn tí Sonponno ti dà sílẹ̀ nì bá ń ṣe ẹnìkan láàrin ìlú. Àkókò yìí gan ni àwọn ènìyàn tí irú àìsàn bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe rí àti àwọn awo díẹ̀ yóò mú èérùn ara aláìsàn náà, aṣọ tí ó lò lákòókò àìsàn, inú ìkòkò dúdú ni wọn yóò kó nǹkan wọ̀nyí sí. Pẹ̀lú ìkòkò dúdú náà, wọn ó tún wá eku méjì, ẹja méjì, ìgbín méjì, obì méjì, obì funfun, ìgbín méjì, obì funfun àti pupa àti adìẹ. Wọn ó kó gbogbo wọn lọ sí igbó dúdú mìrìmìrì kan níbi tí wọn ó ti ṣe ètùtù náà. So what this is, I've explained that when Orisa Sonponno wants to be appeased, so it is only when there is a viral spread of a particular disease, that is when we remember to appease Orisa Sonponno. But if there is nothing like disease, if there is no spread of a disease, we don't appease him, right? But when there is a spread of a particular disease, so that is when his followers will come out. Then those that have been affected in the past with a particular disease will come out as well. So the clothes they were wearing when they were dealing with the disease, when they were treating the disease, they will pack all the clothes, then pack everything inside a box, inside a pot, our traditional pot. Then they will take everything, pack everything and take them to the bush, to a thick forest, So they will add these offering materials to it. These are the offering materials for Orisa Sonponno. These are eku méjì, two rats, ẹja méjì, two fishes, ìgbín méjì, two snails, obì funfun, white kola nut, and pupa, then red kola nut, àti adìyẹ with hen. So wọ́n kó gbogbo wọn lọ sí igbó dúdú. So they will take all of them to a thick forest. So igbó dúdú mìrìmìrì kan níbi tí wọ́n ó ti lọ ṣe ètùtù. So that is where the sacrifice will be done. So bí ó bá sì jẹ́ pé àìsàn náà pa ènìyàn ni, bẹ́ẹ̀ náà la ó ra gbogbo nǹkan wọ̀nyí, a ó sì kó wọn àti òkú olúwa rẹ̀ lọ sin láàrin igbó dúdú, tàbí igbó awo tí ó bá wà nítòsí ibẹ̀. So being the person who contracted the disease died or dies, such a person will be taken to the bush, to the thick forest to bury there. So that is how they will couple with the materials, with the offering material that I just that I earlier mentioned, the eku, ẹja, kola nuts, fish, snail. So with the dead body, all of them will be taken to the bush, to the thick forest, to bury the person, and this necessary rituals will be done. That is how it is. So now, ìdí, sorry, I'm coming, I don't want to miss a sentence. Bí ó bá ṣe jẹ́ pé àìsàn náà pa ènìyàn, okay, láàrin ìlú. Okay, all right. Ìdí nìyí tí a fi ń pe òrìṣà náà ní alápàdúpẹ́. We call, that is another name for that òrìṣà is alápàdúpẹ́. That is, alápàdúpẹ́. Bí òrìṣà yìí bá fi àìsàn rẹ̀, let me tell that again. Bí òrìṣà yìí bá fi àìsàn rẹ̀ tí jẹ́ àgànná, that is the name of the sickness that he used to he used to affect people with. So tàbí ilẹ̀ gbóná, so we call the disease àgànná, we call the sickness àgànná or ilẹ̀ gbóná in Yoruba land. So ṣe ni tàbí kó fi pani, ẹ̀tọ́ ni àwọn Yorùbá kà á sí láti dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ rẹ̀. So they say that this book is saying that bí òrìṣà yìí bá fi àìsàn rẹ̀ tí jẹ́ àgànná tàbí ilẹ̀ gbóná ṣe ni tàbí kí ó fi pani, ẹ̀tọ́ ni àwọn Yorùbá kà á sí láti dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ rẹ̀. So because of his attribute is to spread sickness and disease. Okay, so whenever he's striking, we still appease him, we still beg him, we still beg him and we still appreciate him. So that is how it is. As you know that we have to appease our orishas, we have to beg them, we have to pray to them, right? Because God Olodumare created everything. He created sickness, he created diseases, he created everything. And if you don't want disease or any virus to affect you or to be infected with them, you have to plead with his Orisha, with a particular Orisha that is meant for that. Because Olodumare, why he knew why he did that, because no matter how you pray, you are going to fall sick one day, and of course you treat yourself, right? But when, like the way we have diseases now spreading, we have COVID, we have different chicken pox, different disease that is coming out today now. Because when it has been like a normal thing for us now to have a disease, fight the disease, and that one will come, we'll fight it again, and that one will come, we'll keep on fighting them. So, but if we do the needful by appeasing this Orisha, everything will stop. Everything will stop. This is how we are as Yorubas, as Africans, because we know that a particular Orisha is specialized in that area, and when you appease him, he is going to stop spreading the disease. So that is an attribute. Is an attribute of Shapona, and we as well call him Obaluaye. So if we see that there is spread of sickness or a particular sickness or disease or virus, so when we run to Obaluaiye, when we appease Obaluaiye, everything will stop. Okay. So and whenever we see that when we see that he is striking, we don't get angry. We have to beg him and we have to appease him and as well appreciate him. So that is exactly what this is saying. Bí òrìṣà yìí bá fi àìsàn rẹ̀ tí jẹ́ àgànná tàbí ilẹ̀ gbóná ṣe ni tàbí kó fi pani, ẹ̀tọ́ ni àwọn Yorùbá kà á sí láti dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ rẹ̀. So we used to appreciate him. We don't get upset that he is striking, but we can appease him, we can appreciate him, we can beg him, we can appraise him, so for him to stop striking. So there is a segment of this information that I won't want to share, I want to share because it's somehow controversial. It's somehow controversial. So I will skip that side. I'm not going to share it. So if you have the opportunity to have this, to have a copy of this book, you can read it by yourself. Okay, you can read it by yourself. So the last paragraph here says that ní àkókò kan tí a wà yìí, àwọn àwòrò ṣọ̀pọ̀nná ń gbẹ́ igi èyí tí ó dúró fún òrìṣà wọn náà. Now the followers of this Orisha, they've made as you can see the thumbnail, there. So now there's an image that represents Shapona, and that's exactly what this book is saying. Ní àkókò kan náà tí a wà yìí, àwọn àwòrò Shapona ń gbẹ́ igi èyí tí ó dúró fún òrìṣà wọn náà. So they have made the followers of Shapona as they have made a representation of him. If you can, I think you've seen the thumbnail. So if you want to know Shapona, there is a way it's being carved. It's on this thumbnail. It's on the thumbnail of this video. You can check it. So wọ́n á gbẹ́ igi rúgúdù kan, wọ́n á sì ṣe ojú àti imú sí i. That is how they make his image now. So they will just carve they will carve a tree, then make eyes, nose, and thereabout. So that is how he is. So bí ó tilẹ̀ jẹ́ pé bíbọ Ṣọ̀pọ̀nná kò wọ́pọ̀ mọ́, that is, the followers of Ṣọ̀pọ̀nná are no more many. They are no more, because that is the celebration or the appeasement of Shapona is no more common, and that is exactly what this book is saying. And I told you guys that we have about 401 orishas, and of course many of them are no more remembered. So one of them is Shapona, that is gradually fading away, and that is exactly what this book is saying. Basically, jẹ́ pé bíbọ Ṣọ̀pọ̀nná kò wọ́pọ̀ mọ́, so it's no more common. It's the appeasement or the celebration of Ṣọ̀pọ̀nná is no more common. So síbẹ̀síbẹ̀, ibikíbi tí àìsàn ilẹ̀ gbóná bá ti kọlu àwọn ènìyàn, àgbààgbà ibẹ̀ á parapọ̀ ṣe ètùtù láti tu Ṣọ̀pọ̀nná lójú. So still, despite the fact that the celebration or the appeasement of Ṣọ̀pọ̀nná is no more common, but whenever there is I've said this before, that whenever there is a spread of a particular disease, of course they call it ilẹ̀ gbóná, they call that disease ilẹ̀ gbóná, but we can relate it to what is happening now in our society. We have diseases, so the elders will come out to appease him, despite the fact that Ṣọ̀pọ̀nná is no more the celebration or the appeasement of Ṣọ̀pọ̀nná is no more reigning, unlike before. But whenever there is a disease spreading, elders will come out to offer sacrifice to him. And that's exactly what we need to be doing. When we see that a spread of virus is spreading, so the needful to do is to just appease Ṣọ̀pọ̀nná. So, and that's exactly what this book is saying. Ṣọ̀pọ̀nná kò wọ́pọ̀ mọ́, síbẹ̀síbẹ̀ ibikíbi tí àìsàn ilẹ̀ gbóná bá ti kọlu àwọn ènìyàn, àgbààgbà ibẹ̀ á parapọ̀ ṣe ètùtù láti tu Ṣọ̀pọ̀nná lójú. So the elders will come out to appease Ṣọ̀pọ̀nná. So whenever there's an experience of a spread of a particular disease. So that is it. Then there is an oriki of Ṣọ̀pọ̀nná here. This is how his followers appeasing, is how to make him happy. And it says that Orisha Jigbingbin. Orisha Jigbingbin. When you say Orisha Jigbingbin means an Orisha, when Jigbingbin, I cannot find an English language to qualify Jigbingbin. But when you say Jigbingbin, means that you are trying to give him a special honor, that Jigbingbin, that is a powerful Orisha Jigbingbin. Orisha tí ń mú ọmọ mú ìyá, that is, this Orisha can strike both the mother and a child. Orisha tí ń mú ọmọ tí ń mú ìyá, bí ó bá mú wọn tán, ó tún lè sáré mú bàbá. So he can he can strike the whole family. He can strike the mother, father, and their children. So that's exactly what that is saying. So we are trying to tell him or to remind him his attribute. You have to remind him of his attribute, and that is why the Oriki says, Orisha Jigbingbin, Orisha tí ń mú ọmọ, tí ń mú ìyá, bí ó bá mú wọn tán, ó tún lè sáré mú bàbá. And you can see, just take a look at the COVID that we have today now, that it is spreading. If when COVID attacks someone, it can spread in that particular community, and everybody will contract it. So that is how that the Orisa Sonponno is the one in charge of that. And because we've left all these our own ancestral parts, that is why this disease is still spreading. But if our elders can come out to appease him, I can tell you, I can assure you that that will not, the COVID will stop. COVID will stop. That is it. So bí ó bá mú wọn tán, ó tún lè sáré mú bàbá. Orisha bí àjẹ́. That is, this Orisha is just like Iyami, because he is like Iyami. Ọmọ ilé Oṣó, ọmọ ilé àjẹ́. This Orisha is an Orisha that is from the home of Osho, that is the wizard and the wishes. That is how to appease him. To appraise him. Ó gba Osho lójú. Okay, sorry, let me take that again. Let me take that particular stanza again. Orisha bí àjẹ́. Ó mọ ilé Oṣó, not ọmọ. Ó mọ ilé Oṣó, sorry, pardon me. Ó mọ ilé Oṣó. Ó mọ ilé àjẹ́. That is, he knows, this Orisha knows the home. This Orisha knows the house of wizard, and he knows the house of wishes. Ó gbá Oṣó lójú. He slaps wizard. Ó gbá Oṣó lójú. Oṣó kú fínnífínní. Osho died. That is, wizard died. Ó sọ àjẹ́ lẹ́rù kalẹ̀. That is, it's a very scary Orisha who can strike anybody, and that's exactly what that is saying. So he can strike anybody. He can strike any Orisha, and that is what that is saying about him. Ó ṣá àjẹ́ lẹ́rù kalẹ̀. Ó sọ àjẹ́ lẹ́rù kalẹ̀. Let me just say, this is just like this is very poetic. It's very poetic because is you can say like medium of expression. Medium of expression is what is happening here. That is Ogba Oshodoju. It's not necessarily, it does not necessarily mean that he slaps the wishes, but it means that all the Orishas respect him, or all the Orishas bow down for him, because he can strike anybody. He can strike anybody with his disease and sickness. Okay, so Orisha Jigbingbin. So that is a repetition of what the first stanza, Orisha Jigbingbin. Amomo mohun, apomo lomo ku finrin, afojú ọmọ lọ́mọ gbẹ̀dọ̀rọ̀. So that's the stanza. The appraisers is just like reminding him of who he is. So it's just like reminding him of who he is. That is Orisha who can strike anybody. He can strike both anybody, wishes, wizard, and anybody. Both he can strike the whole family, their mother, the father, and their children. So that is what that appraiser is talking about. So that is it. Now let me read what someone said. Kendi, please, beauty. Is the supreme be okay? Let me read what Kendi, please. In all the Orishas, which one is considered superior? Olodumare, of course, is the supreme being. But the Orishas too must have a hierarchy, or Batala. Obatala is the head, right? But when it comes to the ones that we are that we appease most is Orunmila. Orunmila is Orisha, is an Orisha of wisdom, and we know Orunmila to be second in command to Obatala. Obatala is the one that has the highest rank, because Obatala is very close to Olodumare, and as well Obatala and Orunmila, they are very close to Olodumare, because uh, Olodumare gave Obatala a segment of his power, that is the power of creation, Olodumare, because when you meet with all these Babalú religion, they will say God is the creator, he made this. Well, first, Olodumare gave that portion of his power to Obatala. So Obatala is an Orisha of creation, and Obatala and Orunmila were there when Olodumare made this, created this earth, okay, or let me say created this world or earth, you know. So the one that has the highest ranking is Obatala, but the ones that we appease most is Orunmila. So as you can see, it's very glaring. We have call all our, we say Baba all the time. We appease Orishas through our babalawos. If you want to appease Ogun, you go to babalawo. If you want to appease, we mostly go to babalawos to appease all these Orishas. So all other Orishas are under the umbrella of Ifa, okay? Because if you want to appease Yami, you have to go through Babalawo. If you want to appease Ogun, Eshu, so you have to go to Babalawo to get that done. Okay. JNN. JNN, good evening. Good evening, JNN. So let me check what JNN said. I think it's Obatala from the little I know now. I think it's yeah, of course. I've said that it's Obatala. Obatala is the one that has the highest rank, But the one that we appease most is Orunmila, because he is the one we run to Babalawos for divination. We run for Babalawo for we say knowledge is power, knowledge and wisdom. So Obatala, Orunmila do not make shams. It doesn't make shams. Orunmila doesn't make shams, but he has a Osonyi. Osonyi is the one who makes a herbs and charms and whatever for he has that. He's the one who does that for Orunmila, right? So Orunmila is an Orisha of wisdom and knowledge, and knowledge is power. Wisdom as well is power. That is it. So Bedina, so that others can share from you. At GNN is affliction of a different kind. Today, Baba educates us on the Orisha to appease regarding infectious diseases. Of course, yeah. Yeah. So this is well, Shapona. So when you see that a particular disease is spreading, so what the needful to do is to run to Shapona to appease him, to appease him, because we can't continue taking injection, we can't continue taking vaccine. So when you run to Shapona will put a stop to the spread. That is our belief as far as we are concerned in Yoruba religion. As you can see, now let's read together. Kendi, oh really? I thought Orunmila is, since he is the most revered. Yeah, revered. Yeah. This Obatala, then we can. Yeah, of course. Ifa, yes, Ifa. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, but Orunmila is the most revered, as you said. So of course we can say he is the. But according to how the hierarchy, according to the hierarchy, is Obatala. But when it comes to our own assessment as humans, like for instance, father and mother, when you have your father and your mother, we know that father is the head of the family as far as we are concerned in Yoruba land. I don't know for other areas, other part of this world, but I know that father is the head of the family. So you can love your mother more than your father. So it happens that you can, because of the way your mother care for you, because of the way you always see your mother, your mother is always there when it comes to caring. So we can say Orunmila is the head, as far as we are concerned, or is the most loved Orisha, because he is the one that we run to often. We run to him often, right? So whether you are from a Ifa family or not, you can run to Orunmila, and Orunmila will rescue you. So we can say we can say, oh, he is the most uh, the biggest Orisha for us. But according to God's hierarchy, according to Olodumare's hierarchy, Obatala is the head, right? So JNN, I replied, not realizing that your statement was in response to someone else's statement. Pardon me. Okay. All right. So as you can see, guys, is very interactive. So I want to bring the cover. I think I have the cover of this book that I'm reading here. Let me just put it on the screen for those who want to look for it. For those who want to look for this book, let me see. I think I have the. Let me look for the cover. I think I have the cover here. Okay, I think I have the cover here. So if you want to get this book for yourself, it's a very good book. Oh, it's too small. Excuse me. Okay, let me make it big. Let me make it big. So I can bring on the screen. I want to bring the cover of the book on the screen for you guys so that in case you can look for it and buy it. I'm not sure I'm not sure if you can still get it to buy. It's written in Yoruba. So let me bring it on the screen, share. Window. Okay. I think I have it here now. Okay, this is the book. This is the cover of the book. So if you want to so this is it. Àwọn àṣà àti òrìṣà ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. So this is the book that I've been referencing, you know. So you can look for it. I'm not sure if you can get it anywhere, but this is what I reference. And it's very good. It's a very good book. So guys, thank you very much. If you have any question before I go, you can ask. So our orishas are our orishas, and we should not be, we should not feel ashamed of them. We should believe, we should know that Olodumare knew why he created all of them, and he gave them their schedule of duties. They have their various areas of specialization. So thank you very much, guys. Tomorrow is another day. I will be treating another topic with you. Um, don't forget, if you are new here, kindly click on the red subscribe button down below to subscribe free of charge so that you don't miss anything on this channel. So thank you for showing me love on this channel. Do not forget that the membership, the join button that is underneath my video is for those, it's categorized. There are two categories there. If you click it, the first two level are for those who want to show support, by way of being a member. And when you are a member, I can release some special videos for you guys to watch, because whenever I travel now, I can make a special video for you guys, solely for you. Then for those who want to be speaking with my invited babalawos, um, you can join that diamond level. That diamond level is where you get the numbers of my invited guest. So then as well, I'm making an arrangement. I'm making an arrangement for those who want to learn Ifa. So I'm making an arrangement. So when that is ready, I will let you know. And of course, it will be, maybe it will be. I will open that chapter. I'll open a different chapter of membership for those who want to learn Ifa. So I will have a standby babalawo who will be live streaming with you. for members. But when it's time, I'm going to uh, add that a segment of membership for those who want to learn Ifa. But if you want to support me, you can be one of the first two member. You can join me and become a member, of one of the two that you have there, either silver or gold. But if you want to be speaking with my invited babalawo, if you want to pick their number, then that means you have to join a diamond. Diamond, okay? So thank you very much, guys. Tomorrow, same time at 10 p.m. tomorrow. So I will treat another orishas with you, and see, I have a lot to share with you. I have some other books that I can use to dish out information about Isheshe with you guys. So thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Do I have any other question? I reply, okay. Baba Adupe for you. Okay. Bedina baby. Baba Adupe for information on Obaluaye, who is so important in the past couple of years and in future. Thank you very much. Thank you. So, another question is coming in. Thank you very much. Okay, JNN. Thank you very much, JNN. May Olodumare bless you. May Olodumare bless you all of you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I pray that may Olodumare bless you and may our Orishas be with you all. May our Orishas love you all. Thank you. Thank you. I love you all. Thank you, JNN. Thank you very much, JNN. Okay, so tomorrow is another day, same time tomorrow by 10 p.m. So I will be treating another Orisha with you. So let us have information about our Orishas. So when we are informed about them, we will know how to appease them, and we will know where to run to whenever we are having one problem or the other, right? So when it comes to diseases, you have to go to Shapona, which is also known as Obaluaye. So okay. Candy. Let me check. Candy, very much interested in learning the Odus and their interpretations. Okay, if you're interested, I'm making arrangements. Some of these Babalawos cannot speak English, so I'm just looking at how the translation will be. So I'm working on how I will bring them live only for members. For members, when it's time, so all my members will have the opportunity to be learning Ifa. Maybe all my members, when the time comes, I will know how to structure it, because I will have to pay these babalawos, when I want to bring them on board to be teaching you guys. So it means I have to pay them. I have to pay them for teaching you Ifa. That is for teaching you Ifa, not for the interview, but for teaching you Ifa specialist, because the video will only be for those who want to learn Ifa. So thank you. So I'm working on buying them a phone, buying them because they have to get a good phone for them to live stream with wherever they are, so that they will have a particular time and the day that we are going to be uh, learning from them. So I need to be live, and it will be strictly for those who want to learn Ifa. So okay. So they are going to be teaching us how to identify the Oduifa sign, and they will be teaching us how to offer sacrifice and that thing. So I'm still working on because I have many of them, so I want to pick the best. I want to pick the best among them, the ones that really understand Ifa very well. So that is exactly what I want to do. So when the arrangement is completed, so maybe 2 or 3 of them will be chosen. So then I will now ask them how they want to go about it. So it all depends on those who show interest. So when you show interest and you accept the terms and conditions, then I will know how to move forward on that. Because if I want to be engaging them, maybe on weekly basis, like now, if I want to do it, so it will be weekend class online. So I will be taking their time, maybe like 3 hours per day, maybe Saturday and Sunday, only Saturday and Sunday. so maybe 3 hours online. So for me to be engaging them, I will be engaging them for maybe per course. It will be a 3 months class, 3 month class or thereabout. So I will structure it. So for me to be engaging them, of course, I have to be paying them for bringing them uh, to teach you Ifa, you know. Okay, Kennedy, ẹ gbọ́ Yorùbá. Orúkọ yín wá jọ Kennedy, orúkọ yín wá jọ orúkọ òyìnbó báyìí. Let me check this first. Please, Baba, is it possible to pay for 6 or 12 month membership one time? I don't know. I don't know if it's possible because it's YouTube. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if YouTube made that possible because it says that it's your current membership. So if you want to cancel, you can cancel. But it's there. Maybe if you cancel, your money will not be deducted anymore. But if you leave it there, it will be to be rolling over. To be rolling over. So Bedina babe, I'm not sure. I don't know, but I will check. I will check if it's possible to pay for 6 or 12 months. Okay. Candy Bliss Beauty. Mo gbọ́ Yorùbá. Yorùbá ni mí very well. I will pay for the lessons. But ẹ wá ń jórúkọ òyìnbó. Maybe mo gbọ́ Yorùbá ẹ gbọ́ Yorùbá mi ò mọ̀ pé Yorùbá ni yín o. Mi ò mọ̀ pé Yorùbá ni yín o. So what I want to do, there is a video that I made a while ago that I told who are interested in learning Ifa to show interest. So I have the list of those who have shown interest. So I thought I would be using a website, but YouTube has a very good feature now to use. So we can use that membership platform. So whoever wants to learn Ifa can join. So I will create a platform. I will create a membership stage level that will be for those who want to learn Ifa strictly. So I will make those Baba to come. So those who can speak Yoruba, they can have a special day for their own. And those who cannot speak Yoruba will have a special day as well. So Bashina So mo fẹ́ mọ àwọn bàbá yẹn. I'm still doing my findings. So mo fẹ́ lè tó mọ Ifá dáadáa. The ones who can interpret Ifá very well. So gbogbo ẹ̀ ní wọ́n máa kọ́ wa tó máa sọ gbogbo ẹ̀ bó ṣe ń ṣẹlẹ̀. So and after that you can now do your initiation. So when you get initiated, then you become a full-time babalawo. Okay. So Candy, okay, Candy Kẹ́hìndé gangan lórúkọ mi. Kẹ́hìndé. So a ti ṣe òrìṣà ìbejì. So ìbejì tí ẹ ní èpò ń bẹ o, ẹ̀wà tún ń bẹ o, àyà mi ò já láti bí ìbejì o. Òrìṣà, in fact, Kẹ́hìndé is an òrìṣà o. So thank you very much, guys. So okay. So thank you. So when that is ready, I will let you know. When that is ready, I will let you know so that I can talk to those babalawos that I will be choosing to teach us Ifa. They are going to teach us, 256 of the Ifa. So maybe it can take us 1 year or 6 months to learn everything. I don't know. So thank you. So tomorrow is another day, that time to share with you another Orisha. I think maybe Orisha Oko or thereabout. So thank you very much. I love you all. Thank you. Bye bye.